regardless of results, does Gregg stay on or go at the end of this World Cup? Now, regardless of results,
no, there is no
statement.
regardless of results. If the U.S. men's national team get out of the group, Gregg stays. Now, that's not my wish. That's not your wish. That'll be what happens with U.S. Soccer, with the U.S. Soccer Federation. If they don't get out of the group, and how they don't get out of the group will come into play. And that could be his last dance.
Okay, but what you did there is you put in a little caveat. You said if they don't get out of the group, then depending on how they play, it could be their last leg. So if they don't get out of the group and play well, which is totally subjective,
it is.
You think he could keep his job?
Yes, I do. I do.
Do you think he should?
With Ernie Stewart, Brian McBride, I wouldn't, but I think they do.
Right. Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I've had some off-the-record conversations with some pretty high-ranking people at the Federation. I think there's a path back for Berhalter, even if he doesn't get out of the group.
Yeah.
My takeaway from those conversations.
Los modos importan. There are ways, and they matter.
Don't standards matter as well? Like, don't you just have to say, hey, like, at the end of the day, results are results are results, and if you don't get out of the group, like, isn't that like
I think the objective of this group has always been 2026. It's never been 2022. It's been getting to 2022.
Well, then it should be regardless of results, right?
Well, it matters how you go out. It matters how you bow out.
Okay, I jumped the gun there on the Pepe question, but we'll get to it now.
Unbelievable, this guy.
From Jogo Taka. Oh, no, that's not him. Oh, yeah, it is.
Just read the question.
It's Jose Garcia. I want to give him credit. If Pepe stays at FCD, does he make the World Cup squad ahead of Jesus? Seems that Pereira got playing that Pepe transfer provided him. And will future young stars now be reluctant to make a move to Europe ahead of a World Cup? Lots to unpack there, but good question.
I don't think future young stars will be reluctant to make the move, nor should they. But, man, does this make you think. And
they should be more picky about the move.
Hold on. Dan Hunt, the owner
of FC Dallas,
of FC Dallas, did this interview, and this article came out months before he went about not going, and it could cost him, and people were saying, what are you talking about? Jurgen Klinsmann was on our very show.
Well, Dan Hunt has a motive to say that.
Of course he does, but Jurgen Klinsmann doesn't. And he was on this very show, and you said where you go matters. He said the same thing, not only where you go, but when you go, because it could blow back in your face, and man, did it blow back in his face. I don't agree with it. I think he did enough to be there, both in World Cup qualifying and in the Eredivisie, but he's not there. So if he doesn't go, you have to assume that Jesus Ferreira doesn't blossom the way he blossoms because he's not the 9. It's
See,
Ricardo
that's
Pepi.
interesting. That's interesting, is that if Pepe stays, maybe it blocks the path for Ferreira. Although, Pepe, before he leaves for Dallas, Ferreira's already getting called into the national team, and we were already starting to hear some things that Gregg Berhalter liked the idea of a Jesus Ferreira false 9.
Yes.
Pre-Augsburg. So
yeah.
I think that idea was already percolating. Now he has a great season at FC Dallas, and it allows the idea to really grow in Gregg Berhalter's head.
If he's at FC Augsburg and he's banging in goals, it doesn't matter who's behind him.
Or if he goes somewhere else and is banging in goals.
It doesn't matter.
It's not the move, it's the timing of the move and the place that he went and then how it went there. So unfortunate for Ricardo Pepi. A lot of people thought that he would be here in Qatar.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.